Let's be real. Most prop firms are designed to make you fail. Hidden rules, rigged drawdowns, technology that crashes in the middle of a trade. If you've been burned, you're not alone. That's why I brought on John Novak. John is the founder of a new firm called Nexgen Protrader Funding. And today, we're exposing the tricks that other firms use to churn your fees and showing you how John's model is actually built to fund successful traders and not punish them. Here is your introduction to Nexgen Protrader Funding.
All right, I'm here with John Novak. John Novak is the creator and the founder and the genius behind Nexgen Protrader Funding. And today, that's what we're going to learn about. We're going to learn all about Nexgen Protrader Funding. John, thanks for being here. I'm really excited to hear about what you've put together. And the first question that I have, why did you create Nexgen Protrader Funding? There's a lot of trading funding and prop firms out there.
Yes.
And there's a lot of complaints out there. So I'm just curious, something must have driven you to create it.
Yeah, well, number one, thank you for having me. I really appreciate being here. We have been in this space for over 30 years, and we have another company called NextGen Software Services, where we have trained traders to trade our automated Fibonacci software since 1997. And the short version is we were doing a lot of business with the other prop firms. So we were sending our clients to the prop firms. And after a couple of years of doing this, we field all the complaints. We've done all the tech support for other people. And we sat down and we decided we can do it better. So that's how it got started. It took a year to put together. So it's taken a lot of work to put it together.
What kind of tech support issues and little things that did you hear about the most?
Yeah, there's a lot. The number one tech support issue is NinjaTrader crashing.
Right. Okay.
People hate that. The second one, tech-wise, is trade copiers. Trade copiers are notorious in NinjaTrader for sneaking in trades that you never knew about, positions you never knew about, and you wake up and your account is gone and blown out, and you don't know what happened, but it was copiers that leave orders lying around. It was a very, very big issue.
Wow.
So anyway,
okay.
so we sent millions of dollars in business to the other people, to the other prop firms out there. And,
right.
I don't ever want to talk bad about anybody, but we thought we could do it differently and we could do it maybe a little bit better.
Awesome. In general, without mentioning names, other than tech problems, tell me a little bit about what the kind of problems that you experienced yourself, your students experienced.
Absolutely. So this is some of the main challenges that we see when we're looking at the other prop firms. The number one complaint maybe for a lot of prop firms is overly oppressive drawdown criteria, where open equity drawdown is what it's called. And if you're up 2,000 and you only close out 500, you didn't really make 500, you're down 1,500. And it's just a way that many prop firms use that to basically blow out people's accounts and have them pay more fees. So that's one of the things that we did is we got rid of, we've basically handled all of these issues. The other thing that we saw a lot was some of the firms have rules like one-day passes that really promote gambling and being over-leveraged. And if you practice and do evaluations in an over-leveraged state, you're going to end up trading over-leveraged because you got away with it, and you're going to end up blowing out your account. So it's just another way that people churn the accounts.
So I assume that folks it doesn't promote good behavior and the right trading skills
No,
with those types of one-day passes. I see what you mean. Yeah.
And we've trained people to trade and to be consistent and to have a trading checklist and really, keep trading simple, but also make it profitable for a lot of people. And, it's just one of those things that transfers over into the prop space. People who are very consistent and very steady with what they do tend to make money. And That's really what our focus has been. Obviously, there's a couple other little issues that we've dealt with, and we'll kind of go through, copiers that bust out your trading account, very, very similar. And then we talked about NinjaTrader crashes. And then another one is you can be in an evaluation account, and when you go live, the rules change. So these are all, so these are all issues that we wanted to address when we put together our prop firm.
By the way, I've heard these complaints. As you know, I help
Mhm.
traders optimize their computer setups, and
Yes,
I get tons of calls about NinjaTrader. Almost
yes,
on a daily basis, someone's hosed
yeah.
up in NinjaTrader.
Yeah,
So
and
I
we
know
run our
about that.
indicators for NinjaTrader, and we do more NinjaTrader tech support than we do for our own software. One of the things that we put together was realistic drawdowns. And if we go through the drawdowns in the industry, we've got basically the biggest drawdown. And the number one thing about our drawdowns is that they're only closed out trades. So we wanted to mimic live trading as closely as possible in our prop environment. So if you make 500, you're up 500. It doesn't matter if you were up 1,000 and then gave back 500. You actually make, so if you were trading a real $50,000 account, you make 1,000, you take 1,000. If you lose 500, you're down 500. And that's really one of the things that we wanted to put together was very realistic drawdowns in our prop firm.
And when do you time the drawdown from? So I've never traded a prop account. I've always traded my own money.
Right.
But if somebody say they purchase an evaluation type account, and I guess you specifically state what the drawdown is.
Yeah, well, it's, we have the
And
drawdown, whether it's 2,500 or 4,000 for different accounts.
when is it measured from? Is it measured from from one day to the next, one
No,
24-hour period to the next?
no, we actually do it the exact same way when you're trading real money as how the prop firm works. So on every trade, you either make or lose. And if you're winning, then the drawdown stays very, very far away. And we've got very big, generous drawdowns. And if you lose, then, whatever you lost, that's what your drawdown is. So we literally mimic it. So it's exactly the same as if you're trading your own money.
Okay.
Yep.
Which will train you over time to cut your losses.
Yes. And hopefully lock in
Right.
profits. And, trade management is one of those things that most people don't spend a lot of time with. They actually do a lot of trade entry work, but they don't do management work. And management's where the money's made. So,
Exactly.
and so what we've done, is to address the instability of NinjaTrader, is we have built our prop firm solely around TradingView. And TradingView for us has been super stable. It works across all computer types. So if you've got a lesser computer, it still works. Stability is very, very important.
Only comment I would make is that when you're trading, you have a stream of data that's equivalent to like 10 Netflix movies at the same time, and that data has to be spot on.
Absolutely.
So even though TradingView will work,
Yes.
if you're running lots of markets, you're going to hose up that computer. It's going to create a bottleneck.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
you want to have resources, because if you're in a trading room, maybe you're in a teaching environment. I've heard of people who have multiple trading teaching environments up at the same time, and it's just the computer just can't handle it. It's not that something's wrong with TradingView, like NinjaTrader's buggy and TradingView's less buggy. True.
Right.
So that
and
only comment
I
on that.
personally have computers that are the highest end that can run. I have your computer, as a matter of fact, and we're on it right now. So I have very, very high end computers, and I'm a firm believer in that. But a lot of people find that as a barrier to entry in the beginning. So, anyway, we're trying to lower barriers for people and trying to make things as easy and realistic as possible. So anyway, that's why we built on TradingView. And, we've even go so far as to give all of our prop firm clients a winning trading plan. So, while people think that they've got a great winning trading plan and they come in and the evaluation and the prop space allows you to test out that and make sure it really does work, or if it doesn't work. We actually give people a trading plan that we've taught since the year 2000. So it's 25 years in the real world, 100% tested. We know it works. We know it makes money. All you have to do is follow it. And in our educational material, as you see here, we describe the indicators, we describe the trading plan, and it's not in our prop firm, it's not our main focus is to try to teach people how to trade. It's to allow traders to trade their own plan. And we found that, just making simple rules available. So this is our checklist for 3 different trades that we teach. It's 3 things for each trade. All you have to do is check those boxes and then do it consistently with what we teach, and you're going to end up making money. So not only do we have consistent rules, we also have consistency in our prop firm rules. So if you trade an evaluation account and you pass it, then your live account is going to be exactly 100% identical to your evaluation account. And there's a lot, that's another thing that some prop firms will do to you is they'll give you an easy pass for the evaluation account. So you pay the money and then they make it very difficult when you go to the live money.
This is common. A lot of them are like that.
They're getting away from it because people like ourselves that put out, easier rules and more realistic rules. I think the other firms are going to be coming under pressure a lot to do away with NinjaTrader, to do some more trading view work. Then they, it's one of those things where people say what's working or not working for other people and they copy it very quickly. So I expect people will try to catch up to us quickly with some of the rules. And if they, they don't have to, obviously some of the big boys out there are making enough money that they don't need to change anything. So anyway, we'll see how it goes over the next year.
Yeah, I would think that if some firm has tighter rules when they actually claim they're funding you, it's because they really don't want to fund you. They feel that they want to make the money on the value. Right. They don't. They just want. They want. And eventually, they're going to lose a customer anyway. They're just going to lose a guy. So
and that's one of the things that we want. We want consistent traders. We want people to pass. We pay everybody 90% on, what they make for their first 16 payouts. And after 16 payouts, we give them 100% of what they make. So, so we're able to basically get people through the learning process, and then into the earning process. And then, just like a real account, at some point you take all the money. And that's really what we're going for, is we're going for consistency in the rules, and we're going for a very realistic real world trading scenario as far as the rules and setup goes.
You have to do that. Absolutely. It sounds great.
So, and the other thing, we've got great tech support. So we'll do, we've got great instructions. Obviously we've trained traders for a long, long time. And there are some prop firms out there that their websites are a little iffy and hard to read, and they don't have all the information. There's lack of transparency, to put it another way. And we've got every rule, every payout, everything on our website. You'll find not only step-by-step instructions on how to get going, along with videos on how to get going, but you'll know exactly what you're getting yourself into when you do an account.
So your tech support, they have specific hours. How do people get in touch with them? They call? Is it chat?
Yeah, we've got live Discord, which actually is going back here right now. So we've got a live Discord room where all of our prop clients are encouraged to get in there and spend some time with us, so they can get tech support that way. We have a dedicated tech support room in our Discord. We also have live chat right from our website, and we've got people waiting to chat with people, or if it's something that's not very pressing, they can put a ticket in.
Okay.
So
tell me, what markets can you trade?
Most traders are going to trade the CME main highest liquidity markets, S&Ps, crude oil. For the people who've been through so far, S&P is the number one that everybody trades.
Okay.
Gold, crude oil, and the NASDAQ are the next three.
Okay.
And then we got a couple traders that are doing currencies, a couple traders that are doing bonds and notes. So one of the other things that sets us apart from other prop firms is our trade copier. When you use a trade copier with NinjaTrader, you're relying on the NinjaTrader ordering system. It'll place stops for you, it'll place targets for you. And what we've found is that if you're doing limit orders or stop limit orders, you'll get partial fills, and then NinjaTrader shows you as flat, because the minute it's executed, the first contract, it shows as flat.
Yeah.
But if you only got 4 out of 8 filled, then you're still going to be long for or short for, and you don't know it. So what we've done with our copier is we've built it on the CQG data level. So it monitors live positions, and if you buy one or sell one or your stop gets filled, it will instantly do a market order for you. And really, really, really stable, number one. And then number two, I think 0.3 milliseconds is about the max between fills between accounts. 0.02 sometimes. It's very, 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 very fast, because it happens on the CQG level versus on your computer going through NinjaTrader and then having to keep up with all those orders. It's a much more efficient way of doing a copier.
Now, is the copier for you as the owner of the firm, or even valuation accounts can copy someone else's trades?
So the clients can use the copier to mirror their own trades, so they can trade multiple accounts. Right now we're starting people off with 5 accounts, and on a case-by-case basis, if they want to do more trading accounts than 5, we can, if they're trading well and doing the right things, and we can authorize that. If they're not trading well, we're not going to let them trade 20 accounts and blow out 20 accounts at a time.
Okay.
It'd be good for the fees, but it's just not a very realistic thing to do for most new traders.
Encourages gambling, I would imagine.
It's another over-leveraged gambling trick that, we're just not going to participate in. And, if you're a good trader and you need more accounts, and everybody's making money together, then it's an okay thing. So, and that's really what our criteria is. You have to be making money to go over 5 accounts. And then making money, we've got extremely generous stops and limits for how much you can lose in a day. And I think most traders will find that that little extra breathing room makes it a little easier for them to trade. And if they do have a bad day or two, it doesn't always wipe out the trading account. They have to pay more fees and start over. So you've got lots of leeway in what we do in our trading prop firm.
I do have a question that is a little unrelated to your current slide. So I'm thinking about folks who are using NinjaTrader now, and maybe they have some course they're taking that has NinjaTrader indicators.
Yes.
Is there a way to plug those indicators into TradingView?
No, not unless the indicator vendor has done that for them. And, we've written all of our indicators into TradingView out of NinjaTrader.
Okay.
But that would be something that the individual indicator vendors would have to do. I have to say, I'm extremely impressed with the community that TradingView has. There's pretty much not an indicator on the planet that you can't find in TradingView, either for free or for a very low cost.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah. Excellent.
So, they've only got 100 million plus users. So, and you compare that to average estimates of 50 to 100,000 NinjaTrader users, it's a much, much broader market, and they've got so many indicators and other things, that most other traders are using their own indicators before they even get into prop firms.
What's up next?
Well, we've got our Discord. One of the things that we do is my brother is running our Discord right now, and he'll do live trades in there. So he's trading live, he's teaching, and It's just a really good kind of hangout spot for traders who, trading is a lonely business. And it's kind
Very.
of nice to have a community of like-minded traders that are together. So we invite everybody into our Discord with, just for free. I mean, it's just kind of part of when you're in the prop space, we want you in there.
So you also have your own software, the NextGen Protrader software,
Correct.
and you're including that for a limited time?
Well, we give people trials of that so they can test it out. We have
Okay.
found,
Tell us a little about that. I remember you told me last time we spoke, it's completely Fibonacci based, and that's
yeah,
really your specialty.
yeah. So the very short version is our software will take the time frame given, say a 1 minute chart, and we'll synthetically build a 5 minute, an 8 minute, a 13 minute, a 21 minute, a 34 minute, all the Fibonacci numbers. And it will do every Fibonacci projection, retracements, alternates, from every pivot over an entire huge data set. And it will then rank and sort the different Fibonacci. One of the things that most people don't know is that the higher the Fibonacci number, the more exhaustive the quality. So bigger Fibonacci ratios from bigger time frames have more stopping power. So what our software does is it does millions of Fibonacci projections and lines, and then it sorts them and says these are the most powerful Fibonacci concentrations, which have a tendency to be the turning points in the day before the day
Interesting.
begins. Yeah.
And they get a trial of that, and
Yeah,
that's what you're talking
absolutely.
about inside the Discord room as well? Is that exact software and what
Yeah.
trades you're taking?
Well, we run that software in Discord and we talk about the trading rules as we kind of showed on that one slide. So we go through the rules, we go through live setups, and it's just a really nice resource that if a trader feels they're not educated well enough, or maybe they could do things a little bit better, they have the opportunity to try out our stuff for free.
Awesome. So it's really a complete package.
Yeah. We'll teach you how to trade and then give you the money to trade it.
Beautiful.
All you have to
Beautiful.
do is
So
be consistent.
how can people find it? Where can they find you? Where can they try this out?
So they can try this out. Visit nextgenprotraderfunding.com and you can sign up for an evaluation account. And we've also put a code. So when you're checking out, we want you to use the code EddieZ80. And we're going to give you 80% off of all your evaluations. So you buy an account, put your code in, and then, hit apply, and then saves you 80% off of whatever evaluation you're doing.
Awesome. That's
Yeah,
great. Appreciate you
absolutely.
offering my community that.
Yeah. I think, 80% off makes it cheap enough that, let's God forbid you don't pass your account, you can still buy a new account cheaper than the reset price. So
Right.
80% is a pretty significant savings.
Okay. When someone purchases an evaluation account, what
Well,
does it include anything special from TradingView?
trading TradingView will give you or give traders the free version. I have to say though that the free version is lacking because you can only do one or two indicators and one or two charts.
Oh, okay.
It's a good start to get your feet wet and get comfortable with TradingView and get a free account set up. But most of our traders are doing, they've got like 5 levels of upgrades. So, you
Right.
got a basic package that's 11 a month, and then there's another one that's 15 a month, and another one that's 20 a month.
That's
That's
pretty nominal. I mean,
yeah,
if you really
yeah,
want to be a trader, these are just the costs of trading
cost of doing business.
and pretty
Absolutely.
small. And I know
Yes,
one thing
absolutely.
you're not giving, and I think and I'm just interjecting my own thing here, but
Sure.
every trader needs to make sure they're running the fastest internet they can possibly get and make
Yes.
sure that they're plugged into the wall, meaning try to
Yes.
avoid being connected wirelessly in your home while you're trading, just to optimize speed.
I
Because,
agree.
if you have a tech problem, as well as I, it just triggers that fight or flight response in your body and you get angry and you want to punch the
Yes.
screen. And,
And it
um,
usually happens on a Monday.
and trading's hard enough as it is. You can get your fight or flight response triggered anyway, just from trading. So having a
Absolutely.
tech issue does not Helps
does
the
not help.
situation. Yeah.
No, not at all. So, and that's one of the reasons we went with TradingView. As long as you've got power and internet, good internet, and a decent computer, then you're going to be up and running. I have not seen TradingView crash once in the last year I've been using it.
Wow.
So
That's outstanding. That's unbelievable.
Never once. And we were in our Discord yesterday. My brother was in there, and he actually was doing a trade on NinjaTrader, and then it disappeared. And I think that's the frustration for most people with NinjaTrader is
Yeah.
you're going to be Murphy's laws. There's no truer law in trading than Murphy's law. If you're in a trade, something's going to go down.
So it's true.
If you're copying something, something's going to be messed up, and you have to really be prepared for that. And that's really what we've done with our prop firm is we've tried to eliminate as many of these technical issues as possible.
Beautiful. Well, John, do you have anything else you want to add?
We want everybody to trade well, trade consistently, and let us know if you need any help.
Awesome. And if somebody does not have an account with you yet, but they have questions, what's the best way for them to get answers to those questions?
You can just go right onto the website and jump in one of our chats and just ask away. We've got, I think the person with the least experience in our support has 19 years of experience with NextGen.
Wow.
So that's the least amount. So some of our guys have been with us for 25 plus years. So,
well, I think that speaks to the quality of your software and what kind of person that you are, which is, I personally vouch for John because John's been around as long as he has, and very few people in this business have been around that long. And I'm talking to the audience now. If you guys have tried these other prop firms, or you've listened to some of these YouTube videos, or these guys who are promoting these other prop firms, you know as well as I how many people are full of crap. So I'm telling you, John knows what he's doing. He's been around long enough, and he's now made a much better product for funding than has ever been around before. So you want to take a look at it for sure, see what he's got. John, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey, I appreciate it. As
I wish
always,
you all the best. Let me know how I can be of assistance.
Yes, sir.
And you're the man.
Thank you.